and this country also lost over thousands of Sierra Leoneans. That now the Motome flood will be happening, and also we don't see other flash floods across the country. We understand a report from the meteorological agency being tell we say you know, we get for the get rain stem. Despite we get for get small dry, but the 1-2 day where the rain get for come heavily, and it will cause problem across the country. You work na Freetown, you know, the central business district site today. You find out say by PWDB flood, also towards Mende Church also be flood, and Lumley be also flood. Wilkins will be flood, and you know, some parts of the hills will be flood, and around, you know, Brookfields also be flood, and all inside and they be affected by the heavy rains. The rain still not cut off it, it's still the calm. So one for waiting to happen, you know, across the city, and see how best we can for bring calm information come to you. With him out currently, let us join Christopher Kew, let us know what's in the happen. Usaide, I understand say they na you know, Tembetong towards the bridge, and to find out what's in the happen that side.
It's now AYV radio and television, and we currently in Tembetown area, and according to Boku people within Tembetown area, they call this place the second bridge, where young man them can sit down on a normal day and they go about them business. But now if we can point the camera to this side, you go see say now the side is to side, you know, plenty complaint in there, and this now one side we're really prone to disaster. This now the waterway, they go empty itself now the big gutter them all about the country, and if you turn over so you go see say some side and there we don't crack, and according to some people themselves, this part here so the foundation to the bridge same way so don't crack. And if you look upside, you go say the dirty them where they come on people like us. Then just the wait for let them push them inside the outside the water they pass, and when you look at that, if they block the gutter them, it will make the place continue for flood. Now if we turn the camera at this other side, you will see say even access for let the water pass fine one not there, and you see say now inside people and compound so the water they come out to it they cannot treat right now, and you see say people and they are so we really get something them where they want for sale, because then at the community then go explain giving where they don't see from where they come. We get one man we want to talk to you can tell we, you know, some of the things that we don't see as the end they come now. So hello and welcome to AYV. Tell family name and inside video so one more time.
Okay. Good afternoon. Mina Mohammed Alpha Kamara, commonly known as Batawai. Now, 10 better a day. I just come on work. I meet you now. They will ask me for tell you now what is the problem, like the water so way in the canaya. Actually, really, we not feel happy in the community. What is the cause this problem? The way we see where Akaya because me say me na landowner na ya. The problem what would they get na ya? Actually, we not get no access road na ya. All the road then the access road then they don't be build house they all, so the water not get no way for go. If they walk where you come on now, they claim up go so up 10 better. Now people veranda there with the pass. Because the road not there at all, they don't block the road also. We they ask government for Kana we side for let them control this place here for we. And even this bridge here, we not say they see how the water they come up here under they can't down. Because if we not say go walk out, we not go up so we not they see say they don't block all side. So now they cause this water so even that bridge here under where it don't broke here under. There be kinds people then for let they can't walk there. Me I don't know who's can walk with them do. They do the work. At the end of the day, today now, I think it not even take 1 year yet. This rain don't come, it don't go down. The car would boku material then do one. Me no know now waiting happy, waiting not happy. But we have problem now. This rain way they cancel the water. Now the access road not there, they not left no side. So the people then they be, so when they be, who say they be, then they left small side. So where the water can they pass.
Okay, you talk something about community people. I see one other side when I put high dirty, like the dirty, a pile up. It's like say when they wait for when I inside the gutter back.
Who side, like whose part?
Overside to that white house part yonder. Dirty, they plenty one.
Up so, now this side. Now one house been there, they were na Dr. Coca. na be in host that one day. So where it broke for himself. Where the host waiting, it tell the people they say they no want nothing, they want just the land. All the thing where been there, they take all thing. So from there now, no other person know the way go out the course. So that dirty way they not to we put out there now the host way broke now the dirty then back and they so we serve the roadway be they go up yonder. They just push the waiting, so we say now they with the man. In fact, now they say for one can cross for go. This other side back, it don't damage. We don't they try for let we make the thing, but you know say community business, it's not easy. We they try we level best for let we make it. But money business is very difficult. So therefore, now so the thing they happy.
Okay. Well, we don't hear from one of the people who live around this Freetown area, and that's not the concern them way he done the race. But we still carry on. Let me just go closer and see exactly what in this man be the point at say the bridge some parts are on crack, and now yourself where they watching us, they see say yes, what in exactly it been a talk, not true. And you see the kind force where the water they come, looking at the force where the water they come with right now, and this kind of rain where they come in not too heavy that much, but the force of water where they come, they tell you say if the rain continue for come, everyone pass, so definitely that's going to lead to plenty. You see the stone themselves where all the world same way, so don't make way and they don't follow them. So with the move go to the other side, and as you the sun, if we look so far away, you see say the streets just get water because no sign of they follow the water pass. Even the side where the gutter the water pass, it don't block you. Same better water not in the gutter, but plenty water in the street. So the move go closer to the side outside the man being say they make for last year where don't broke and where they don't put something there for safeguard people them and vehicle them for let they know they use them. So Famble continue for the U3. This now AYV television. We'll give you live update about the rain them. Now we look at the place them where we go say them place here now disaster prone area. What do you mean na Creole say side them where if rain continue for come this kind of a way it comes so it go make it go unbog them. Even the people them where they use motorcar, walk by foot. Even the picking them and other people them around there, the rain go and bog them. So we look at them place then there. So we the community people themselves go know how for carry on with them kind of batinia. So now we the move goes on the other side, who side and say the bridge broke, and you see when the vehicle they come, you see how the water they come, now inside the water the vehicle they ride, and it's like saying swim the vehicle they swim instead of a for ride. So now if you just can't see something here. If you see the gutter, the water instead of it move, now settle is settled. That tell you say the water not get access for flow, how it for flow. So what's in the happen instead of the water run through the gutter, now the treat in the come. And with that, now small, they gonna do so. And I the full, now so it ambog people them way they around there, go na them compound and ambog them property. So now if we look on the other side, say the water still they go as far as the other streets where they over yonder. So continue for the U3, and we just give you update on what's in the happen, all about the country. And if you just join we are currently in Freetown area, and we are by the second bridge. This now waiting we get currently.
Christopher Q, and they go update on what's in the happen at Freetown. As we all know, the rain still come. Like I mentioned initially, the meteorological agency we don't tell we say we will very be careful as we for expect for any time we rain come for a long time, disaster will take place. Now certain places them. And I conversation we don't hold several times. We don't tell people and say if you didn't have disaster prone area, and just say you move from the areas and they when we come into the rain season. And the government, the agencies that we establish through the government, the NDMA National Disaster Management Agency, and also the Meteorological Agency, the Environment Ministry, several times don't pull press release. We can always the one surveillance within a disaster prone areas them, for move away from them places and they when rain they start for come, more especially within this period. We always say June, July, August, now tend to get heavy damp of rain, you know, across the country, you know, more especially the country's capital city. And sometimes back we don't see the gutters them, we don't block. You know, we don't see any clean and gutter than they, but the concern and also challenge where most people on there is about after they clean the gutter and they left the dirty at the edge of the gutter, they're not they clean them. So by the time you demara, after we other rain come, they wash all the dirty, go back inside the gutter and go block them. So that happened today now around the PWD towards Pademba Road. If you drive along that side today, you find out say people who they drive then cannot for pass between PWD and for go by Christchurch because that whole place will be blocked and you can't able to identify who side the gutter day and who side the good road day. So traffic being blocked on that side day throughout over 2 hours. You know, towards Pademba Road, towards Dundas Street, towards Shaka Stephen Street, and you know all the surroundings, and they be blocked serious one because of the human activities there. And the meteorological agency say we go only stop flooding if we able for rectify human activities. What does that mean? If you get your dirty in our street, we get the agency then we go take dirty, pay them, let them take the dirty from you. It's not keep the dirty wait until rain come, then you put it out the gutter. Then they all they block the drainage system, where they get heavy flood at the country's capital city. We don't get so many warning, you know, where institution and don't warn Sierra Leoneans them. Let we not throw dirty in our street. Let we not cut the tick them. Let we ensure say we be watchdog for we self. If you see somebody they cut stick around you around for bill, you think say it will be problem for you, report. You know, report. And you know the areas that we know see a disaster prone areas them where you know for bill. If you see you then a gutter, na drainage side you want for bill, put slab on top there and put hose on top there, where you know for do, report them. Government go there and broke that place say, let we ensure say we get smooth road for the water, so we're not going to get problem. According to the man where Christopher talked to Natembetong, he said the big challenge are that the drainage system wouldn't get people don't build at the drainage system and they are not so surprised to we all know that they. And if you go to some certain compound, you cannot able for pass there. If somebody sick, pass then get for bypass until they encounter on the streets. Road not there. The access road, all people are not build at the access road and they. So you know this now warning. Back then they rate we as the second most disaster prone country. We don't make strive, we don't claim one step, we should say there are improvements. But we not for sure say that improvement we don't make in fighting disaster in the country, we reduce them. If we reduce that again, it will be a problem for we as a country. So we still need to put more effort, we still need to put more strength, and sure say, also in a disaster prone area, we not build it, we not throw it dirty in a gutter. If you get it dirty, put on a bag, you know, and you know, we get agency then, council we don't provide the young man and the way they walk across the city. Get you dirty, pay the person small thing, then gets the inside and they put them, you know, they even affect the gutter them. And we also advise institutions them where then gets the responsibility for clean the gutter them. After they don't clean the gutter, immediately in a put them dirty in the na motoka, so that when rain come like this, the dirty now go back inside the gutter. Now that we don't the experience, more especially now them you know bad side them like PWD several times we don't complain that after they clean the gutter then go left the dirty there and the dirty go back inside the gutter. I remember sometimes back Jue, if you don't go along that side towards Jue grafting, then we don't clean all them gutter then they. But they left the dirty back towards the gutter edge. And by the time time they go, where small rain come, it wash all the dirty back go inside the gutter. And at the end, the gutter they block. Where small rain come, it flood the whole street. And people where they live at the environments and the water they go out and place them. But also, you are then at the community, if you see say the dirty don't take 1-2 days still at the edge of the gutter, report, let the authority then take full responsibility and go pull the dirty there. But if we see the dirty at the edge, you say left farm, we say, well, wait, government will not talk, government will can't clean them. At the end, they affect we, not a government, they affect you. They affect we because we all are government. Past now, Shaka Stephen Street about 1 hour ago, the heavy rain, the whole street block. because they don't clean the streets and left the dirty go back inside the gutter. When the dirty go back in the gutter, the host where they low and where then fence they up, the water they go inside and fence them. Go inside the compound, broke them, fence them. And also the water they go inside the host them. So that's a big challenge. You know, towards you know, Pike Street. You know, towards Pike Street, that big gutter where they block. You know, the big gutter where they block, the water they jump over, and they go to people in compound. And when you go to compound, they sit down. You know, they get away for pass by. So all the one in that challenge way, we they call on the authority for looking into that. And also say NDMA, then they're out now for observe what's in the happen. Now the various communities them, now Freetown, and the Meteorological Agency also say they are around for observe. So by the end of the day, they will tell whether we get any casualty or not, or if we get any casualty. So we want for see how we can able for go back na streets and let we know what's in the happen, because Christopher K will still work across the country. Right, we're still being you broadcast of what's in the happen across city, and we also don't put out we reported across the provinces for tell what's in the happen. Now some parts them inside the provinces. But we got a few comments on our Facebook page we want for take quickly. And we also they ask that you tailor your message to the conversation. What we need for be done for let we able for resolve flooding at the city and other parts of the country as well. This first message we will take from Brewer Alfred. He say, keep up the good work, and also Mohamed Bangura. They say these problems should have been resolved during the dry season. Every year, same problem. And Mustafa Sano, he say, God save Sierra Leone. And Eddie Grant, he say, God save our people. Samuka Sano says, God please save our people in Freetown. Stephen Mori, he say, someplace, something, year in, year out, so sad for our beloved country. The government have to do something together with the citizens. And Isaac Kamada is say, within the Freetown Council they do, and they need for do something as well. Joseph D.S. Blackie, he say, our job as a nation is to be more civic in our action as citizens. He say, thanks for the good work. Conte is saying that was why we should have, well, I think we know they talk about whether we will vote for or whether or not. We talk about the problem now, because it's very, very important for people. We know for the waits, like waiting one of the texts I say, we know for the waits every year would they get flood in this country. So we for ensure so we're able for resolve the problem, you know, during the dry season, strategy need for put in place how we for able to fight flooding in this country. It's open. We just need for clean with drainages, monitor the people over there at the hill, ensure say they're not too dirty na gutter. You know, you would also they close to the gutter, not too dirty na gutter. Capacitates the young people we get them push cut them, we you know, then chocolate when they take for go to dirty. Now get more young people for involving to that and able for take dirty across you know, across the country. But Swissman is saying the people, the problem in Freetown, the people do not seem to learn from the past. The same problem, deposit of their waste. That is from Swissman. Adikali too, he says, thanks AYV for the update. Our corporate social responsibility as institutions for giving updates waiting to happen across the country in any shape, any form. Politics, sports, whatever. AYV the ensures will bring the information come to you. Today now the rain, and you know we don't start to coverage from last night. We continue on 2 hours for updating now. We just get information. Say the NDMA, the National Disaster Management Agency, then serve the out. Then it's time for observe waiting to happen. And by the end of the day, then go put up reports if any casualty or any host damage or anything well. But as for now, we don't get any confirmation of any life loss currently or any place damage. But it's just the flood across the country We water gonna people host them, water then at the streets, motorcar them block streets, the almost one traffic flow na the city, people stuck na traffic for over 2 hours, people not able to move because of the flow of the water. And you know what they drive in motorcar, the water they flow na streets, you want for pass. Because you know before identify the gutter from the safe side to the street. So then they make traffic flow now the entire business district side, now Freetown, you know, and if you walk across the city, you will see the traffic be heavy, you know, the traffic be heavy. Sorry they say, sorry Dafe say, pray for Salone, may Allah bless and protect our people and our family members. And the grant is saying same happening every rain season. What is the way forward? Well, now that's what we discussed at the grants. What's not the way forward now? I think you open. A lot of reports don't come out. Where they tell you say, you're in a disaster prone area. No bill na south, you know, say this na waterway. No bill on top there. You bill on top there at the end, and where the water come, now you back the effect. You get you dirty, not to you dirty na gutter. Not to you dirty na gutter. If you throw dirty na gutter, at the end, you will live nearby the gutter, now you the effect. If you do up the hill, not to you dirty na the gutter. All on the dirty, can down, you get them, then young man, then we get them, then small wheelbarrow. You pay them. Then go to the dirty now the side outside them for 2 hours. The council we don't put law say we for you know, take up responsibility as a citizens, because this is very important. Let we take up responsibility as a citizen, not to a dirty in a gutter. No wait stay where the rain come before you go to a dirty. The culture where we don't see with most Freetonians now that during the dry season, now the gutter where they go to a dirty. And by the time they rain they come, and they will also be gutter them, then small. So if you don't throw a dirty for over 6 months at the gutter, where the rain come, the small passage where the water gets, it go block them. And by the time the mara, the streets don't flood, the water don't gonna use. So you see? So we were then here, then big gutter them, we will not save them to a dirty, they affect we. Now we for be watchman. We for watch and not for allow somebody for to a dirty at the inside and day. But if we would they say this is not only business. If person go to a dirty in business, then at the end it affects we. You know, Nyake and Kalon say this is not new and should not have even concern. Say so here in, here out, we cannot fix this. Same old problem, sad. That is from Nyake Kalon. Below, Rogers is say, oh Salone, every day, different problem, God save us. So you see, so we know the problem, but how we for fix them? How for fix them? Nyake again, he says exactly, bro. Elect and yet still we cannot fix the same old problem year in, year out. And so this is not the problem. This say this is the time to well. So just tell all your comments according to the conversation. We need solution. I know people who are outside, you get idea, engineers them, civil engineers them, and I get idea waiting for happen. Let we prefer solution. If not the gutter and small, we want for you know open them. Let we make recommendation to government. Say certain places and then gutter and they will for open them. Or let we constantly clean them gutter and they. Recently, about 2 weeks ago, about they passed by PW, I see some young man them, you know, then go inside the gutter, then clean the gutter, then pull the dirty. But even though then do that day, people still they throw the dirty in the gutter. When net come, then still they throw the dirty in the gutter. Then they very bad. People they fed stiff man and nets, and also they fed people away they throw dirty in a gutter. So let we all be watchman for we safe. As you see somebody they throw dirty in a gutter, once you know that host the person, they report them. Government say report them. When you report them, city council will go arrest that person there. Or police can get arrest them. Because you don't throw dirty in a gutter, you know for throw dirty there. So let we be watchman for ourselves. And if we do so, as citizen, say we not real citizen, we know for Sidom, for allow somebody go to a dirty in a gutter there. So we still they work across the country, now the city. We reported in Christopher Kewu and the team within you know, Tembetong. Then we did Tembetong. Usai then talk to people and then show the bridge. The reason why I make that bridge they get problem at Tembetong, than are the last bridge. You know, if you want to go Kiama Road, the last bridge. But if you want to come towards the main Tembetong, the first bridge, then they, you know. So, you know, all them bridge and then all bridge them. But I would for preserve them bridge and they. Now when we take care of environment, we not for allow the water for flow and it spill over to the bridge. If it constantly do that, God forbid, so you must cut the pass. If for don't, who's God will call? One for blame government. Like we see the Savage Street Bridge will be blocked, will be broke. Now because of human activities them, we constantly throw dots in the gutter. We the throw dots in the gutter till the bridge self fed up because we don't they pressure them. What's how they choke the bridge? We pressure them. Say it broke, but God be so good, we not lost life at that particular side. So we not for the pray for that for happen. So we encourage Sierra Leoneans them be proactive and also be watchman. No allow somebody for to dot in a gutter. You think say you want for build dot in a drainage or now water passage, not build it. You want for cut stick, then you the south side for cut stick, not cut stick. But if you cut stick, one stick you plant two. And then show you water that thing that says a big. So if we get in culture and they it will help we. We know say the president we don't make commitment to COP 26, 27. Usai it make commitment for for fight against climate change. And we see the government plant over 2 to 3 million trees them. And with council, and all them things they will not for cut them. We for be watchman so that person will cut then take them there. We're going to give an update what's in the happen. We'll have to take short break while we wait Christopher Kewi next location, and we'll come back and we continue the coverage on what's in the happen now we city and the other places them across the provinces as we wait report from a reporter there as well. Amadou John Barry, let's take a few messages. Amadou John Barry is saying many people are the cause of the flooding in the city. Imagine people do not want to pay for waste collection and in the habit of taking advantage when it rains. This put in the then put it in the drainage places. Reginald Sport Wall for me says, "Oh, Mama Salon, Papa, God, do you help we?" Destiny Alusain, Sierra Leoneans, let's change our attitude towards our nation. Irisa Roger says, we not the problem. Now we, the people, say not the problem. Dutchman Davis, Jable says, hope say people, they not go die this time around for this flooding. Every year, not the same. Francis Kamara says, what is the offenses for someone that threw the dead in the villages? If I understand, say, if they catch you, you throw it out, then they take you go to court, and then they fine you at discretional. The lawyer can fine you, or the judge can fine you 10-15 million euros for that dot the way you throw in a gutter, or then send you go Pademba Road. So, Lord, we for sure say we all people let example be done. Several people and they don't catch. Where then they pay and find them or then send them go Pademba Road. But now because we see them, we know they talk, we make I don't care. We say, well, not with business, not government business. But if we say with the wait, say, Papa government, for come catch that person, where they throw dots in na streets. It go tell, now we are the government, because now we they vote government them. If we not vote government, then government know they come. Because now we are the government. So now we responsibility for ensure say we be watchman. So people not go to do things that we go we environment. And my concern, And Desmond Pine says, Remy, the problem is not just from the gutter, but the people building on the hillsides and creating a runway for water, to the streets. I was in the country and I travel around the city. It's sad to see all the water coming from the hills have to run down to the streets. Look at the highway leading to River number 2 and the beach area. Yes, very true. Very true. Even the new them within the bill. You go find out say they even make waterway for let the water pass. Then waterway then they not for put dirty. If you did that, you let waterway they would then put not for put dirty. Now waterway for let water pass, not for dirty, but we still see people that take the advantage. Waterway you can put dirty there. You go block the small, the fine streets they will see the governments they make. Look, Regent. Pass the Regent Road. The streets are all lump well because people are within the inside and then they put the dirty na the streets, and at the end the gravel all they come back. What you want for bill gutter? Now you drive. Now they'll bypass the hillside and they. More especially in our regions, the people are when they dig for make gutter na the inside for go up. After they dig the gutter, then just they can leave the dirty na the edge. So when small rain come, it wash all the dirty can put on the streets. It can put on the streets. If you not believe today, if they pass by regions, pass till you see. The dirty don't flow on all the streets. It cause traffic. It make you, if you want for car work safe, you go spend over 1 hour. Now just short side. South side never spend 1 hour, you go spend 1 hour a day. Wait for just pass by. And you find out say towards the regions, I think say it's better way, governments, use a better idea this time instead of them put they don't make concrete on that side. So the checkpoints, every year we income, the water the poor line entire road. Every year we income the water the poor that side. Every day we income the water the poor that side. But you find out say brilliant contractor, they don't creep all the time now on a concrete and put there. So even when rain come, then they should say and divert the water. If you rain come, the water not the poor the streets again. So it's good that we get Sierra and say we get brilliant idea. But even as that, you will get you bypass road, wait for go up you place within a region side. After you don't dig your gutter, you want to make drainage. The dirty clear them. Don't let the dirty again at the edge. When the water come, it just wash all thing and can put on the street. And it can put on the street. That they affect, make people emotional in the pool, accident they take place. Because somebody not gonna say the dirty don't can block the whole street. If they drive, nanet, and that duke you always they take place there. So let we ensure say we be watchman for we safe. And you were then at the inside and they be careful and maintain and not to a dirty na gutter. When you did build your gutter within at the inside and they not left the dirty, clear them. Ensure say you clear them. Me, they advise the council, let them go to work on the inside and they, let them go to work on the inside and they. More especially on the region bypass road. The one where they dig gutter them at the inside and they, if you find out say somebody don't dig in gutter and you don't put the dirty na the edge, you not clear at 1-2 days, then you guide for good day. You find them people and they and tell us that they clean them place and they. But if they love the dirty day and then the dirty was some, it's working pay me more. Now when the young man within the area, the community, now then dig the dirty from the gutter, then put it at the edge. The dirty was the rain was all the dirty na the street. Then they go there back, then they clean the dirty at the street, and then they take money from people and back. That they wrong. Now I put the dirty there in a clear them. I remember sometimes back, to the Bengon towards Regent to the Bengon, somebody be the building on that side. He dig the gutter and he left the dirty back. And after he left the dirty come wash all. He make flooding take place on that side. That one only area they take to the petrol station. People and they take over 2 hours. Then they wait for one motor car for pass. But proactively of the government and the council, then go there. Then tell them say no, now a responsibility for clear them. Then clear them. So now then proactiveness and we need for the looking to people for no say these are the responsibility. But as a citizens, if we not take responsibility, then I'm afraid. We need for take responsibility. More especially see what we know say if we do this thing here, it go be problem for we. The president not go for Rwanda or Minister of Environment not go for Waka. Now any just the Waka because he want for watch who side disaster they take place. We wouldn't have the community now for take up responsibility. Now that make we always the give responsibility to the youth coordinator of the community, to the paramount the man in the community. You know, and the chairman them, chairlady them. Now responsibility for put up stiff measures in the community and they put laws then say not throw dirty in the gutter. If you dig you drainage system, clear the dirty. But if then community people and they see people and they throw the dirty, they know they talk, then they dig the drainage system, they know they tell and say in a pulley dirty day. Then at the end, now the community back in they go because if flooding take place, not what the authorities they will see they go. Now when are the poor people now we place say they go inside. But how long we for the ensure say we the flood now we use? You know they get time for sleep. But you want sleep, you remember say if this rain come, what are they gonna use? No. If you sleep comfortable one, if you do the right thing, not where dirty in a gutter, drainage system where they dig, not put the dirty there, and then they very bad. So now we join Christopher Kewu now. He don't go to that place and he go tell who side there and give you updates and what's in the happen there.
Use the viewfinder. Use the viewfinder.
We'll try for put up forget Christopher Kewu. But Lance Akone says Minister of Lands, Council, Ministry of Environment, SLRA need to visit the Wilberforce Jewel Road as it's becoming a very difficult route to use whenever it rains due to human activity. Yes, and that's how be the talk. And that's how be the talk. But I will join Christopher Kewu now.
Me.
Okay, we go. Okay, Fambul, we still do the waka waka, and we just don't come out now. One other community where Ebi Rain Kiambog, especially where rain they come and they were attacking floor people them house and Ambog them property. And now we in Kongotong area, and we still they watch for see how the community talek and same way. So we try to look at the community them where the country where prone to disaster. But before we go, let me just take a look at whose side the water they come out. If you look directly on this other side, you go see say that point outside the water flow and the steam now all this side they see so now plenty poto. And when the water they come, it even come up to my waist level. And whose side is so right under there, so now be high bridge because of the water in the poto, the all the stick they not lost now empty, the on top you they see. But let we talk to the people themselves where they now so make them tell we how we can talk for them where they come. Kushe and Cabo to AYV television, tell family name and with this one more time.
My name is Mattia, they can call me Jasper Cole.
Okay.
I reside in this community, so we in a Bongaton community.
Okay. So tell me how the water business, especially when they come.
Where they can also, easy for we in this community, so the water can disturb we hardly the key on me, especially yesterday. And next when the rain come, flood will be get for take place, we get for easy with the picking them, get woman and also we get picking them, it was not be easy for we. Pass the vigilant young man where they get for come out now that midnight with the water can yesterday and rescue them picking them and the woman they will get now the community.
So how about picking? Nobody lost?
No, we not lost nobody now soon.
Okay. So you don't now, what do you feel saying that the cause, where they make the water they jump from that point to side for one and come inside the community?
The cause of this, we get one side there, so we the bank low, the other side. So we now the water can jump and come inside the community. Understand? We don't try for make down the as community level, but so we don't get the financial support. So we make down with the water the point. So we try to surround organization them where they come to rescue for help with from where we will make now and retain one another point there and over so for many water will be minimized in the community.
Okay, as we don't talk to one young man, we still get another one there so we himself you know, just come with we as we carry on the waka. Leone, welcome to AYV Television. The name and
I'm named Abdullah Bangoa. I'm in a Bongaton community.
Okay, so I'm like, how you know, someone you don't been doing that for long time. How are you going to assess the kind of way what are the
Well, the kind of way we this water and is so much because every year we get flooding now. So even from last night to now, as you can see the place, the proposal don't come work one. You know, they disturb too much now. This water go get points there. So when I do water they jump, then go to there. So we all other sober. When I do water they pass to inside.
Okay. So when this flooding they happen, this 2-3 days you already come, anybody don't die or property?
No. Outside they will tell thank you. Any not get life fully. Life not happen now, so we post they die. Okay. Yeah. Outside will tell thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Fambul, that's now another young person we same way so they now the Bongaton community by Kongotong, and you see the place outside Wakana. From one potopoto to another potopoto, and you see say now all inside all as you go to meet potopoto all over the place. So this now how it like now this community, and this now one of the community them inside Freetown where anytime rain come, water the boss, and definitely the Hamburg people them. So you see as this now the corner them when the water they come, this now one point side water they come out from that point there. So this young man they point so. The young man they help for sure. Now that point the water can just jump over the retaining wall where they make. It come inside the community and it scatter, go towards this point so that kekere, and it move to this other side. So before you know, all about the community don't fill up with water. So as you hear from that young man, pass where they can wake na net, sleep no day, forget her property, picking them and help the woman them. So people will not go die or for save the property them. Well, I see one young man. Instead of one for talk to me, you want to explain? Give you. I see the point. Yes, I see the point. Something there.
Yeah. At Namios this. Okay. I'm in Abdullah. But if you don't mind, I will show you. Say I'm the boy that they explain you the place where the water pass.
Okay. Well, let me go. Fambul, we now you go. I know say you don't hear. You say outside the water they jump. So now we go. Even though it's muddy, gonna follow yourself. See how you can tell like now this parts now the community. So we they come now inside one potopoto to another, and we they move. You see how the place there. They show say this the water just don't go down. That's now it's time to tell you say. You also been full up with water, and you see the place very, very slippery. So you have to take your time and walk a small, and come finally we don't reach the point outside the water can jump, and outside the water they pass.
You see what it is? And the water this now from there they come out, they move go outside that man show you, they go down so. And they place this.
So the other man be this one at the Fenway for Isam, but this one way at the so not to better is this one.
Yeah, like I use the word with Fenway. We don't know for Isam more than this. The height up the house today.
Okay.
The height today. So one is at the height, if you can't self, and a knock you go knock and go back.
Okay.
You see on a stream. The guy tell you so we don't know for Isam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get any message you want for send to the community people and stuff?
Yeah, we may get issue for that cement to make them, but the cement to make is enough for community center. But the time for pleading now, we don't need community center now. For the time before, we need to try for attack this water. Because you know go build community center water they come. At the same time, we go back, Potopoto go there for cleaner. But if you don't block the water they come up, you get community center. The community center you need money. Now that politician now, they don't win. Because now one politician make a left down cement. And office go car again. Because you don't need we again. Okay. But if we don't do this tear force, who the community people okay. Later, most of the community centers and our government they bill. Okay.
Thank you. We talk to Will Fambul. That's now how he like inside this Captain community. Continue for the with the move gonna other community where same way so they get disaster and flood business.
Well, imagine now Captain community side woman Christopher Kewu Bide. So the most disappointing aspect from that community day, the people know the problem. Imagine the young man go point to reporter Christopher Kewu side the problem day. now just as a community for come together and put resources together and then let the Easter side it. And the young man say, now, you know, every year that particular place they flood, what's how they joke day. So you see, while they talk about let we take up responsibility. So he say they wait for government or they wait for politician for come for go make that place there. He say the politician will go give cement the last time and you know things say they come again. Because the cement will them go give for the community center. So because of that, they want to take cement from that community center there and go build that retaining wall there. So this is not the problem why they talk. We know the problem, but we wait for government. But let government go solve the problem for we. But if you watch all that place there, you see say them bank all the host them. Everybody bank the host. Them bank the host for let water not go na the host them. But them bank all. But why the community people are not be come together? Then put 5 bags cement each host. The A start retaining wall day. Let it pass the heights outside the water they pass. Then you don't need for bank again because if you don't stop outside the water they pass, then that need to help the community. You find out say, and now they go for wait stay the entire ground dry force. A dry force before they even then begin and come out for camp play. Before then say for waka because if you want for waka that poto they you not go bull. Either you for them or you go waka 1-2 step, then you go wash your foot where you want for dress and come on. So this is not the problem. Let we take up responsibility as citizens. If we not do that, then every year will come, every responsibility now for go for bringing news come out. Let people and see what's in there happen. But also you self for the live in the community get a responsibility. You know, sometimes me not normally want for blame the people they live there, but the one they always want for they talk to and ask questions about the community head them because then say they see the problem. Then say they see the problem, then get idea, they know what's in the happen. You can mobilize the community people them saying allow all put small money. Let me go make that problem there. But I bet you that problem not go ever solve. It not go solve. Next year back, where rain come, would they go there back? That Crapton community, would they go there back? We go film there. Now the same problem, the same explanation, and we would tell we say, we want for is this sire. You see this sire very small. Outside the water they pass. Very small sire, the water they jump. It's scattering the entire community. Big community. Where I sure say over 5,000-6,000 people and they live. Imagine if everybody puts 2,000 leones and they bypass 100 bags cement. And get sand, get iron rod, then concrete that place with retaining wall them. Look how them concrete and place them. The retaining wall then give them everybody in your house get retaining wall done. Everybody in your house get retaining wall. Why not go contribute to 2,000 leons or 5,000 leons in a buy cement? That's outside the water they come inside in a get retaining wall. So this is about we take ownership. We take ownership and we take responsibility. If we do that as a citizen, then I bet you the next season will come. We don't get flood in the community then. We don't get flood. We don't get them. So media encourage citizens them, more Freetonians them. Let us not wait for governments. Past governments come, they go clean we own road. Outside the water they pass and we community. When we not the same way they go to a dot in the backyard. Would they wait to government for car clean that energy day? It not go happen. It not go happen. Now we then at the community, now we they see the problem and let we solve the problem then for ourselves. Let we take ownership. Let we take ownership. Then community and then get the man and get them chief them. You when somebody cause problem, you find them person and then pay the money. What you do with the money? Now that money and they for do development and the community. You know, you tax the people them. If now every month people all man give 2,000 leons, you keep them. After 1-2 months, you identify one problem, you go fix them. You fix them. Government get other things them way then they do. They get other corporate things that they do. Education, health. Then get for make them for national, let everybody benefit, not for one community. So what you do in your community, take the ownership, take the responsibility as head of that community day. If we do then they will help you a lot. If we do then they will help you a lot. Let's take some comments. Junior Showa say you are making a very serious point Mr. Presenter, we, the ordinary citizens, must know our responsibilities in the country. We are personally responsible and directly contributing to a life-threatening situation happening here in, here out. We build houses where we know it is dangerous and throw our waste where we know it is not okay to do so. And when disaster hits us, we shout the name of Mr. President and ministers. Yeah, that's correct. Because we know the problem. We know the problem. We don't talk several times, say not to it in your backyard. Fend them about the way, then they pass. You know, when they get set with them. I mean, I pay them. You don't want for pay for your dirty. You don't want for pay. But you prefer for go put your dirty in your backyard. Where the rain come, the dirty block, then the water come back na use. That money where you pay for let them clean use. The thing already you television them. You bid. All you have things away the pool. You freeze away the pool. All the one away the pool. Not your money. Now money. What you pull them back now, you go send that money, you go pay. Maybe you go pay more than 1 million say for let them repair the all. Why you not go take that 1 million, they go solve the problem first? Take the 1 million, go solve the problem first. That you wait for after the disaster, after the problem, don't go. Then you want to go make your property now. When we proactiveness all now after the thing that happen. Now that's how we proactive as citizen. Now we get idea say we not for to it in our street. Now we get idea say we road outside, behind the backyard. The gutter where they don't block. That fence don't broke. We get the idea say, well, we for make them. But when we stop this now, the idea they lost. When we come back after we host them flood, we get the idea back. So if we change that day, then they will help a lot. Let's take more messages. Sammy says governments no need for blame people. Now Freetown to dirty. Well, this is not too clear. And also somebody is concerned. Swissman is saying that many people do not believe to use their money to develop their country. Instead, they believe to wait for government. Comedian Cathy says it looks like during raining season in Freetown we need to build boats. Well, that's the comedy aspect of it. That's what it looks like, because that youth man then commits and then they wait for the opportunity there. Instead of they use strategy for go stop the problem and they wait for where the community and don't flood. When you come on market, you have to go cook. Where the road block, then you pay 2,000 euros for let them 20 for let you go to the community. You gotta pay. Why in a not contributing to 2,000 in a fair way for go rectify the problem inside the water they come on? But you prefer for pay 2,000 for let them taught you. When you come on a market, you and go cook. You come on a working place. You and go now house. You for pay 2,000 euros for let them taught you. They glad for pay. You they pay. If you get family of 5 in all come on, you they pay 2,000 or 10,000 and day. So why you know say you tax the other people who pay 10,000 euros, who buy cement, or we go clean the gutter? The young man in the community, instead of you wait for go touch the person, where in our the community, for let you pay 2,000, in a mobilize, in a go clean the gutter. In a clean the gutter, for let flood not take place in a community. Because at the end, if you go so close you sleep, you know where side for sleep. You go team up all nets, they wait for the other place they dry. Now that kind of they want for live as citizen. You know, we don't want for live that kind of way. We all want for live a decent life. So how we for live that day, let we take up responsibility. If we take up responsibility, then of course it will help a lot. It will help a lot as Freetonian. More this not problem. It's like a culture in Freetown. Where any rain will come, we forget flood. Any rain. Me, I want to see that here where in the camp we not get flood. No side. No side. Then I don't say Freetonian don't make up your mind say we not for trade out in our streets. You know, sometimes we want to blame the people in the provinces, but the one in the provinces, you find out say them backyard. They always a dig all day. Then put it out till they burn them. Then put it out till they burn them. So I like every rain can save whatever they flood in community. I like heavy rain they come. But we were in a Freetown, instead of we dig our backyard, we burn the dirty day. We know they do we just go to no more now the banana waste or the mango roots. When the rain carry, they get all back, you go put on the gutter. In the left hand they first, you go see under the gutter, you know go clean out with the left hand. Wherever the rain come, you go block the small hole. When you block them, the water overflow it come up. When it come up, it go now with hose. That you fine rug mat where you don't pray there. You get you fine television, you freeze that day. You get you equipment them, electrical equipment them, you get them, they all pull, then you put money together. Either you begin buy the new one, you buy the new one, or you go replace them, you go repair them, then you go find solution. How we for ensure say we fight against flood in the city. We always they say government, we always they say Ministry of Environment, we always they say National Disaster Management, we always say Meteorological Agency. But I tell you, the Meteorological Agency, for the past 3 years, and they do a very good work. Because they tell you the weather for people, this is not the problem of we know they get time for take them thing and they serious way the Meteorological Agency they send to we. They go tell you say, they don't make them very simple for we follow we understand. They go tell you say, today, we'll get heavy rain from morning to the night. People, they see them. I guess, you know, people will tell you, say, but we don't believe them here. But this not the science institutions will get in this country. Meteorological Agency. They are the only rely institution for tell you say, will they get heavy rain, will not they get rain. Be careful how you waka. Both here in rain they come there boku. Freetown in rain they come there from morning to so. But we know they take their institution is serious. Meteorological Agency pull report then tell we say we'll get forget we're not going to get rapid rain as you'd expect, but the day when they come, we get heavy flooding. They encourage we say not to a dot in a street, not to a dot in a gutter, clean your drainage. People are not they take and serious. We know they take we institution and serious. Government they pay that institution and then they capacitate that institution and they wait for waiting for like when they talk something. Tell we say not to a dot in a gutter, not cut the mango tick, not cut the tick around the area. If you want for build gutter in your community, not put the dot in a street, when an advice will not be taken serious. But look at the repercussion at the end now. Flood they take place all sides of the city. All sides of the city. Because we institution the way governments don't build, we know they take them serious. Meteorological Agency don't want me for over 3 months ago. Then tell we say we for very be careful this rain season, we get forget heavy flood. So we for very be careful, but people not listen. Now we see what's in the happen. If we be listening, what say Meteorological Agency be tell we. If we be listening, then are the experts. If we listen them, then tell you say, not to a dot in a gutter. Let we clean it with drainage. Let we ensure say we not cut the tick them. Let we ensure say if we dig gutter, we clear the dirty. Let we all become watchman. Then 5 things then they wouldn't be tell we. If we be taken serious, today, from yesterday night to today, and they feel for the poor people. Some host them constantly when they cancel water, they go inside the host them. Some people then get them family. Then get them small picking them. How in a get for do for them picking and they. Then small picking and they. But the water don't go inside the house, don't soak the bed, don't soak the entire place. As in they clean and done, all that water they can inside back. Who said I want for me them picking and they sleep? So if we think about that, think about picking them, then obviously go help a lot. But not think about you say becoming a big person. When in can use, I go just clean a lock. I go to my party asleep. But what about the picking them? So let me respect institutions them. The National Disaster Management Agency, NDMA, and Meteorological Agency, they don't pull joint press release. Stay. But how we for manage disaster in this country? People not listening. People not listening. They don't kind of TV, they don't go on radio, they don't talk, they don't advise we. What we for do? I remember the last time where heavy flood will take place. Now the city where literally the one city be flood. Then come back, then talk to what we for do. We not listening. I remember the other time back when the flood will take place in Motome. We lost life. We lost life. We lost life. Over hundreds of Sierra Leoneans they lost their life at that place there. They lost their life at that place there. Because where government don't put the green belt. Say we not for cross this green belt. We not for cross them. Now net community people don't want to take responsibility. They mobilize themselves, they pull the green belt. They move them to who side they want, then sell all them place and they. So you see, because you go build at the wrong place, who side the experts them, where they work at the Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Lands, na Meteorological Agency, National Disaster Management Agency, they will get sabi, say if we build at the sire, and they broke, we're not listening to them, we pull the green belt, we push them, who we want, we build it. Then at the end, we suffer. So you see, so let we always be responsible and we take responsibility for what's in the happen. This is a lesson we need for land. It's the honest truth. But if we hide the truth, we say, okay, let we bend and force. I'm telling you, we're going to continue for this year. Every year when they come, flood will take place. What are they going to use? Because we hide the truth. But let we talk the truth. Let people know, say, what they do now, the wrong thing they do. What they do now, the wrong thing. Not to a dirty, now you got her, you need to a dirty day. No, ensure say you cut the tick, not cut the tick now you backyard, you cut the tick day. What you build gutter, what you dig gutter, now your community, not put the dirty out of the gutter. As you dig the gutter, pull the dirty day, you left hand day. If you see the fence now your backyard where they save the where they block the water, let the water not come now you compound or your community. What that fence they broke and allow go make them, we know they make them. We they wait governments for go make them. Now we not the government. If we agree say now we not the government, then I'm telling you the next rain season next year when they come, we know they get flood in this country. But we still not believe say we are the government. So you see, so we just want to advise people, you know, for let them understand exactly what's in the happen. Abdullah Kanu, they say one side they will then call Mayankine, where na Kalbatong and na Freetown, then they experience every disaster on that side. So we will send reports at the day for good day as well. We will send them for good day. But let me join Christopher Kewu now. He sets and he did one community. I don't know if not Kubi Dande. You know, so let we hear from Christopher Kewu side now.
Okay, prepare. Stand by. We did live.
Okay, Fambul, you still watch AYV television and we still carry on with the waka all about the country as we the show Usai, you know, Wataki and Bog, especially where it begin come. And this now one place where now one of the most popular place them now the country where na Kube, and as you see right now the water just don't go down, but yet still some parts the water settle. And Usai within absolutely the main entrance to the popular Kube film. Usai plenty people can come for watch football. And Obayaso na the clinic and where we get towards say after the rain come, you know, water come inside and what we go see for ourselves and you know family yourself for the watch now. This is the clinic where people can come for can get, you know, first and treatment, especially when and then at this area anytime we person feel sick, I decide this way then they go for can get treatment. So let we come and then see inside there and you know talk to some of the family within there. So hello mama, how you do? All thing. Now how we can tell for una so we in the camp?
Water na super come inside this hospital.
Okay, explain to me how to tell for you.
But yeah, na they do water they come inside this hospital.
Okay, so right now water still inside.
Yeah.
So they lost them and they are people inside of the
Yeah, then they did. So
okay. Okay, well, and see there from one from people away Tapnaya, and we still come inside and can see how the water and bog the clinic and you know people away they watch that also myself see well. This is not just a welcome one and this is not the clinic, and they see say water still the inside there, you know, but this now how italic now. So this now italic. na the clinic, and then we try to get 1 or 2 persons we talk to. See, what I really am bugged and also, and they work. They still there now. They do the work. They still do the work. Fine, one. But this now the clinic, and you see. Let me just carry on and see. Show you all about the clinic. You know, if you watch, we they do this one for sure on our host. Decide on where attacking and bug anytime we begin come. So you say with another area then for no waiting for do. And same way so the ICC come, you send them for waiting for do because some of them think that way they happen. Now I think them way we can done they do during the ICC and when they come, the gutter them another place thinking block. So it bug the people them know. But we can't forget 1 or 2 persons we talk so inside the clinic. For let me just show wait everything that happen. Okay, so now when they come inside the clinic, fine. We don't come on the other side of the clinic. You see, say the people them still they try, they still they do the work. Never mind the attack them, you unbug them, but then still they do the work. They're not gonna host them dinner, so they do the work fine one. So people are they respond to treatment and say so we talk to 1 person. Okay, then try to get someone to treatment and we have to talk to 1 or 2 people. Them we will tell how the water they unbug them. So continue for the route 3 inside and one of the side and we the patients they can go for good treatment so now we go to the field and other side and we're going to have a talk to the in charge person with in charge now so for me to explain to me how the water and bug them but they not agree for talk to me. So now we move towards the field and see the field fine and other parts them way they get door and bug but this now one community we're very prone to flood but now as for the carry on the worker, we can move now go to the field safe and you see say the field full up with all kind of thing from plastic to mega cola rubber any kind of thing where you feel saying a dirty full up like the field now and you can imagine that these people in the camp can play football and enjoy themselves so when you look now poto and all day like so you see the field full with all kind of thing plastic bag, tomatis cup, sucking rubber, well shoe, all kind of thing. But you see say the caliber way, the place there so it's full with plenty of thing and all the nothing so but up with it and calm down, use some the past two samba gutter and other gutter them where people can keep going and dirty and okay. So we try to talk to 1 or 2 people in the community, from yourself tell me, waiting, they can do for ensure say, they help the community people and anytime when they come and anytime we flood they come. So now we move and I'm trying to talk to 1 or 2 people and yourself tell me, waiting a witness do you need this rain we come because the place really muddy so we just go, So how do you do? How do you Papa? How do you think sir? We can talk to you 1 minute? Okay. So and this now another point so people can see them follow the watch game and you have people in the camp now so just get into them. So how you can tell it for now so ready in the camp? So you can come here. Yes? Come here, come talk to me. How bad it be? Yes, we get one young man we really want to explain to because I believe in a young sport this week he always there and they see. So okay, let's take them first from us person who live in this community. How it's like for you in Kinkaya?
I am in the Kaya the fearful for look and we were at the cancer at school bridge you at the cancer and we get lots of disaster in our community. Every year studies of the beginning come not funny and the water back it come plenty. Some man bill and some man not bill. So once more development and community once for the April community within the same area. Continue the scenario feel, how the feel there, and league even day on. Right now the league will on again because of the rain. And the league don't prosper now. They went for film now, they go to another place of fields and they league for play. So
how you feel as you sister to play football?
I really feel bad. I'm not happy. Every say for skin and we know the foot skin. Pass I go for good skin. I go skin in our academy. Okay, well thank you. We talk to the family. That's now the special updates where we don't give now from different community them all about the country. Continue for the AYV television as we get more phone now. I will join me colleague in the studio for carrying on with the program.
Christopher Q, where they grew up a bit from that side. But people they say Kube not they ever disappoint people. For any time rain come, you see the sad part of Kube, and the most important now the community. Now the community hospital it flood. The community hospital flood. You know, so you see, now people want to go. Patients want to go to the hospital, not get chance for go there because the entire place on flood. And we understand say patient them even there inside there. So you see, so that we ensure say we able for keep away from that, and we able for prevent more especially than community health center than they. So that's what's not going to go inside there, and the patients over there they can always be safe. But as you speak, nobody not go for good enough for go treat them. I should say some of them medicine them and the medical things so then get it also go don't soak, don't pull. So you see, past government get for go back for go give supply na that side. So we encourage Sierra them, more especially Freetonians, let we refrain from human activities to the environment. If we stop that, then we go for preserve we community. We round up now, we'll continue for getting an update because we want for bring camp cruise camp to now at exactly 6 o'clock. But we team still across Freetown. So I should say they will bring them come inside the cruise, Christopher Kerr and the team inside and they. You see, the young man say them gets them football and social activity when our football and can play at the Kube field. But because of the rain where they come and they know feel say, you know, for now if rain come, they no go Watana will go to the field. So they decided for move the football game for going to Prince of Wales. So you see how it done the rain do affect and social activity due to the human problem activity. It all leads to the for affect and social activity. So you see, and now he say people bill water, so man no bill from yesterday, and he said the one way they no bill yesterday don't bill today. So imagine. So you see, so if we're able to maintain and keep away from human activities, then it will help a lot. So I will stop here for now. And we'll continue for getting a live update waiting the happen across the city with woman Christopher Kewo. They move across Freetown, and we'll join with cruise team at exactly 6 o'clock. Bye for now.